You're watching the 2021 Moto G Power Disassembly. If you need any tools, there are links in the description. And if you want to see more videos like this, make sure you like, subscribe, and click on the notification bell so you'll be notified the next time I upload a video. Let's start off by removing the SIM tray. In order to remove the backplate, we need to apply heat using a hairdryer or a heat gun so we can loosen up the adhesive underneath, and then we're going to use the plastic pry tool to pry the backplate off. So here's a look at your plastic backplate. Once you have the backplate removed, there are 19 Phillips screws which need to be removed. Once the screws are removed, we can lift up and remove the top plastic cover. On the top cover, there's a sheet of graphite film over here, which helps transfer heat. And you have some antenna lines over here, these light gray colored lines. And looking at the back side, you can see your LED flash board over here. We're going to start off by disconnecting the battery cable first. Once the battery cable is disconnected, we can go ahead and disconnect the rest of the cables. There are two wire cables over here in the corner which need to be popped off. We need to also disconnect this camera over here and remove it since there's a Phillips screw underneath it which needs to be removed. Once that camera is removed, you can see the Phillips screw over here holding on the main board. Now that screw is removed, we can lift up and remove the main board. Alright, so taking a better look at the main board, we can see a liquid damage indicator located right here. This is white sticker. You have your headphone jack up here. Your secondary microphone is located right next to it. And you have a thermal pad over here on top of this gold plated shield. Here's a better look at it with the thermal pad removed. Now it's the first time I'm seeing this, so I don't know what's underneath it or what it is. Now taking a look at the other side, we can see some thermal paste over here on top of the shield, as well as this one over here. And you have your SIM card and memory card reader located over here. You also have your two other camera connectors located right here and here, which can be disconnected by popping them off. Once the shields are removed, we can see more thermal paste on top of the chip over here and the processor over here. Now we're going to remove the speaker assembly. On the speaker assembly housing, you have another antenna line over here, this gray or white light colored line. And here's a look at the speaker assembly itself. Now we need to disconnect this flex cable over here. And then there are two wire cables on the side we have to pop off. There's also a Phillips screw over here holding down the subboard or the charger port board. Once that screw is removed, we can lift up and remove the charger port board. There's a rubber gasket around the charger port itself, and your main microphone is located right here. And here's a look at the other side. So when it comes to the vibrator motors, it seems like Motorola is going with this older style one on the latest releases. Since the last three phones I took apart all had this type of vibrator motor, which seems to be about 2 or 3 generations old. Now I hope that's not the direction they're going for all of their phones, but we're going to have to wait and see. As far as battery removal, you're either going to have to apply heat to the front of the phone so you can loosen up the adhesive underneath the battery and pry it off gently that way, or you're going to have to use isopropyl alcohol and gently squeeze some around the edges of the battery and let it sit for about 20 to 30 seconds so it can eat away at the adhesive underneath, and then you would pry the battery off. Here's a better look at your battery. So once the battery is removed, you can see this flex cable over here which connects your subboard to your main board, and you can see your screen cable over here which is run through the slit over here in the mid-frame. So if you had to replace your screen, once you took apart the phone, you'd have to heat the front of the phone where the screen is, and then you'd pry your screen off, making sure you run your cable through the slit over here, and then you get your new screen, reapply it back to the frame, and just reassemble your phone. So your fingerprint reader, power button cable, and the volume key flex cable, which is over here, and this one right here, are both run through a slit over here in the mid-frame, which means if you had to replace those, you would actually have to pry the screen off to gain access to those. Your earpiece speaker is located over here on top, and your proximity sensor board is located right over here. As far as repairability goes, I give this phone a 4 out of 10. The backplate is pretty difficult to remove with the strong adhesive, as well as the battery, which has no pull tabs to help you pry the battery off. That mixed with the fact that you have to pretty much disassemble the entire phone to gain access to the screen cable in case you do have to do a screen replacement makes it that much more difficult. Alright, now it's time to put the phone back together. Once all your screws are back in place, apply new adhesive and reapply your back plate. And you can flip over your phone, power it on, and you're done. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time.